Hey everyone, मेरा नाम Sumedha है and welcome to Chalchitra Talks. This week I want to talk about one of my most favorite artists of all time, Ludovico Einaudi. So he's an Italian pianist and composer who's known for his very minimalistic style of music, and his music has been categorized as contemporary classical, and he's often incorporated a lot of other elements such as rock, jazz, folk and electronic music. मेरा introduction हुआ था to Ludovico's music through a friend when I was in my undergrad, and at that time she had just finished watching the movie The Intouchables, जिसमें Ludovico के बहुत सारे songs हैं from his album Una Mattina, and the opening song of the movie itself is a song called Fly from this album, and this was the song that she recommended that I listened to, and she was like, it's such an amazing song, you have to listen to it. तो जब मैंने गाना पहली बार सुना एंड मैंने पूरा मूवी देखा, आई वॉज माइंड ब्लोन बाय हाउ ब्यूटिफुल इंस्ट्रूमेंटल म्यूज़िक कुड बी. इससे पहले ना मैंने क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक एक्सप्लोर किया था, ना मैंने ज़्यादा इंस्ट्रूमेंटल म्यूज़िक सुना था. So Ludovico was kind of a starting point for me where I realized that a song does not need to have lyrics in order to make you feel very intense emotions. So it's been 6 years since then, and tab se I've listened to almost all albums by him. Ludovico's music has come to become very important to me because whenever I've been feeling low or I feel like things are not going okay, I've turned to his music, and it has always made me feel very calm and like things are going to be okay. I love almost each album by Ludovico, so I want to recommend at least 1 or 2 songs from my most favorite albums, and I'll start with one of his initial works, Leon Day, which he released in 1996, and this is a piano solo album. So Leon Day means the waves in English, and this album has been inspired by Virginia Woolf's book The Waves. My favorite track is the title track Leon Day, and because this is a solely piano composition, I think it's a very good example of how Ludovico creates such simple tunes which at the same time are so captivating. The next songs that I want to recommend are from another piano solo album, I Giorni, and इस album का inspiration Ludovico को मिला when he was traveling to Africa, and he came across a folk song जिसमें there's a village that is mourning the loss of a hippopotamus who died. It's actually super interesting how he created an entire album around that, and the feel of the entire album is also very melancholic, going in tune with the folk song from which he was inspired. My favorite songs from this album are Inizio, the title track I Giorni, and Melodia Africana too. Next, I want to talk about the album Night Book, which is my most favorite album from Ludovico. And this album I love listening to as a whole. And this was the starting point for Ludovico, where he started to take a new direction in comparison to his old works, and started to incorporate a lot of more different instruments such as cello, violin. You can hear a lot of electronic components too. So throughout the album you can hear a lot of synthesized sounds in addition to his piano solos. And although I love the whole album, if I have to pick my favorite tracks, it would be Lady Labyrinth, Eros and The Towers. Now Eros is my most favorite song from this album. It's a very intense song which I think can be fully appreciated by watching the live performance video as well. It sort of builds like a suspense. Just it starts with Ludovico's piano solo, and then slowly other instruments are added on as layers, and as the song goes on, her layer ka intensity kind of keeps increasing, and they're introducing very slight variations as the song is going on, and you might not even notice those variations, but I think that's what makes this song really amazing to listen to. In this song, I love how there's such a big difference between how the song starts and how the song ends. The song ends in like a full climax with all layers, all different musical instruments being played at the max intensity. So for this song, I definitely recommend that please also watch the live performance video when you're listening to it. The last album I want to talk about is Elements. Jisme Ludovico has used electronic and orchestra components. And 2 of my most favorite songs from this album are Petrichor and Elements. I've had a great fortune being able to see Ludovico performed live in a concert, and the experience was nothing short of magical. Elements was one of the songs that he played in his performance, and I was mind blown after seeing it being performed live. Like I don't think I appreciated it as much before seeing it being performed live, because उससे पहले मैं mainly focus करती थी on the song as a whole or just the piano part that is being played by Ludovico. But जब मैंने performance का live देखा, I saw how the cello and violin elements were actually being incorporated in this song. It was amazing to see that. इस पूरे song elements में cello and violin are present continuously, but there's a part at around 3 minutes 20 seconds where the main focus is on just these two instruments, and both instruments were being played alternatively, like by the two artists. First the cello music is played, then the violin, then the cello. It was such a beautiful combination to see live, and this has now become my most favorite part of the song every time I listen to it. And I'm reminded of the experience of seeing them perform this song. It's now been very long since I've been listening to Ludovico's music, and there are some songs that almost have a constant presence in my playlist. Ludovico's music has also come to mean a lot to me because some of my very closest friendships and relations have been built on liking the same music, on liking his music. So this was my recommendation for the week, and I hope you guys like Ludovico's music, and I'll be back next week with another recommendation.